I'm Joey.
And I'm Jamie.
And we are so happy that you found our channel. If this is your first time here, Jamie and I have decided to pull back the curtains on our lives.
And welcome you in.
Absolutely. So one of our favorite things is going to Disney. And one of the best things about Disney's is the snacks. So we have had this book for the better part of a year, but haven't really had the time to open it and take a look at it. And we thought, what better time than starting a YouTube channel? We started the YouTube channel, so what better time to share with you the recipes that we're going to learn from it. And we figured, why not go easy for the first one? And we are going to be making Mickey sugar cookies.
And what Joey's talking about, the book that we're looking at, we are looking at the Unofficial Disney Parks Cookbook. And we are annual pass holders. We love going to Disney. It's a big part of our relationship. And just like Joey said, we absolutely love the snacks. And a lot of times we are sitting on the couch and we're jonesing for one of those snacks. Have you guys ever had the Nutella waffle from the Sleepy Hollow?
It's delicious, but be sure you get there early because it sells out quick.
So we will be trying our hand at making the Nutella waffle, as well as so many other classic, iconic Disney recipes. So our plan through this particular series is to go through and cook our way through the Disney cookbook. See which ones are our absolute favorites. I'm sure there'll be a couple of fails in there, but hey, that's part of the fun, is just getting to try.
Absolutely. So what really inspired us to do the sugar cookies for the first time is this candle that Jamie got for Christmas. You want to talk a little bit more about the candle?
Absolutely. So this candle is actually meant to be a scent replication of parts of the park. This company does all sorts of different ones. This one is called Main Street Bakery, and it is from Walter and Rosie, and the line is called The Happiest Scents on Earth, so that's pretty fitting. So we'll link this candle down below if you're also interested in wanting some scents of Disney. The other one that I got was called Pixie Dust, because me and Joey have a very, very strong connection to Peter Pan. So we thought, okay, if our house is gonna smell like the Main Street Bakery, which, fun fact, they actually pipe that scent in throughout the parks when you're walking in, so there's a reason it smells so good in Disney, then we thought, what better way than to start with the classic, iconic Mickey sugar cookie, because believe it or not, there is a specific recipe that Disney uses when they're making their sugar cookies.
Another fun fact, you gained 5 pounds just walking down Main Street. It hasn't been scientifically proven, but it should.
So we hope that you will come along with us. We hope that this is something that you're just as excited as we are. When you see us trying it, it'll be the first time. So we definitely will be very transparent, and it'll feel like we're all doing this together. So if you found us, we're so happy that you're here in our little corner of YouTube, and we would love for you nothing more for you to stick with us and like and subscribe and come a part of our journey.
Absolutely. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and round up the ingredients, and then Jamie will tell you what you need, and we'll go through the whole baking process. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it.
Let's get started.
Great. So now we have all of our ingredients put together. The first thing that you're going to have is a cup of rainbow sprinkles.
My favorite.
Better known as Jimmy's. Fun
What?
fact. Sprinkles are called Jimmy's.
Oh.
Do you know that?
Didn't know that one.
Oh, cool. Something else that you're going to need is a cup and a half of salted room temperature butter. You are also going to have a cup and a half of granulated sugar, 3 3/4 of flour. I always sift my flour. Sift. Red, yellow. Cat's got my tongue today. So 3 cups and 3/4 of a cup of flour, 2 eggs. You're also going to have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
So one of Joey's baking tricks, if you haven't seen his other videos, definitely go check them out, is he likes to set all of his ingredients out beforehand, just as he's done here. That really helps the cooking process, and it also allows him to make sure that he has everything before we start to get cooking, because oh boy, do we have stories to tell you before we tried this method.
We're not going to tell those stories though. All right, so now that we have all the ingredients put together, they're already prepped, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to move the stand mixer, and we're going to go ahead and get cooking.
Okay.
Or should I say baking? We got old reliable, the KitchenAid ready. Jamie, why don't you go ahead and tell them how we're going to use the KitchenAid?
Okay, so what you're going to do is in a bowl of a stand mixer or a hand mixer if you don't have a stand, you're going to add first your butter and your sugar. Then you're going to use the beater attachment, which Joey has attached, and you're going to cream that together well. We'll then add eggs, vanilla, and we'll combine that. And then we'll finish it by adding the flour, baking powder, and salt.
Yeah. So unlike normal cookie recipes, you mix them all in one bowl together. So be mindful of that. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this going. Good news, we finished the cookie dough. So the next step is you're going to get about 2 tablespoons in your hands, and you're going to go ahead and roll it in a ball and place it on your cooking sheet. Now, we prefer to use the Perfect Cookie. It's a Silpat mat. I've talked about it in previous videos, but it is absolutely phenomenal.
The other thing to note too is that when you're making sugar cookies, it's a lot like what we just experienced during the Christmas time. Sugar cookies do have that more sticky consistency, so having a little small bowl of flour, which Joey does have, is going to help make sure that it doesn't stick to everything. So lightly flouring your hands, lightly flouring the mat, and lightly flouring the cookie cutters is going to be really helpful. Now, speaking of, we're not just making any sugar cookies, we're making Disney, Mickey Mouse, and Minnie Mouse sugar cookies. So we actually have Disney cookie cutters, which we found on Amazon, so we'll link them below so you can too. So we've got Minnie and Mickey, as well as some of the iconic images such as Mickey's shoe, Mickey's glove, and Minnie's bow.
Oh boy. Cool. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of flour in my hands to start. That way it's not sticking too much. And we're going to get started. so we got our first dozen cookies on here or so.
And they look great.
They're going to be delicious. Now, all we have to do is sprinkle some sprinkles on it. That's fun to say. Sprinkle some sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Yeah.
Because everything's better with colorful sprinkles.
Absolutely. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go over it. You can put as many on or as little on as you would like. And then you put them in the oven for 15 minutes and you allow them to cool for 10.
And in the meantime, we're going to hope that our house begins to smell like the Disney Bakery Confectionary.
One can only hope. So we'll do. Fantastic, guys. Guess what? Look how good these cookies look. Let me see if I can get them close to you. Might be tough to see, but...
So mine is Minnie and her bow.
And mine is Mickey's glove as well as his silhouette.
Now, one thing you'll notice is these particular cookies do not have sprinkles in it. Me and Joey have already baked a couple of batches, and the first batch, which you saw us putting sprinkles in, did get a little bit more on the toasty side. Definitely still delicious, but a little bit more crispy than we were wanting. So we backed down on our temp on our oven, and we adjusted from 15 minutes to 11 minutes. Every oven's gonna be different, but that seemed to be our sweet spot.
Yeah, and to clarify, we didn't back down on our temp. We just...
Silly me.
That's okay. We just lowered our time. So we found that 350 for 11 minutes was the sweet spot. So we're gonna go ahead and get these cookies decorated, and then we will show you what the other cookies look like, even though they're a little well done. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. What did you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if this is the start of this channel or this series that we're going to do, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I personally can't wait to make things like the churros and maybe a Dole Whip.
The Nutella waffle.
Oh, yes. So hopefully, you know, this has been fun. Definitely pick up the cookbook if you and your family or you and your husband or whoever wants to try it as well. We're having a lot of fun with it, and we can't wait to show you the next recipe.
Yep. And again, it is the Unofficial Disney Cookbook, because Disney doesn't make a cookbook.
So before we close this video, we just want to thank you for watching. We want to know, you know, what is your favorite treat to eat at Disney? You know, what do you enjoy doing at Disney, or just anything else you want to leave in the comments. And while you're down there in the comments, definitely like and subscribe for our channel and on this video. We appreciate it so much.
Fantastic. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, and see you next time.